Hey guys, welcome to another video on the Inside Spurs channel. Happy Sunday morning. I hope we're all okay. Hope we're all right. Hope the weekend is treating you as well as it possibly could treat you. Obviously, in this video, you can see by the thumbnail, by the headline, by all that jazz, we are talking about potential sale of Spurs, the actual club, not a player, a club, but also the sale of a player in Emerson and a bit of some interesting Italian reports around that. So plenty to talk about, plenty to get into. Just want to say that if you're watching this and you're new, subscribe. You're very much welcome to join us for the journey. And to give you just a little bit of a quick heads up as to what to expect on the channel. A little bit later, I'll be talking more of in a discussion way around the incomings that we're potentially to see, and depending on how crucial they are going to be needed by some of the performances of our youngsters this pre-season. You'll see what I mean when you get to it later on, so don't worry about it right now. Let's talk about the sale and let's talk about Emerson. So I'm going to start with the sale. So the Times Sport put out a bit of a thing on Spurs being sold. And look, we've talked on this channel about Spurs being sold, but a minority stake being sold, which then in turn could probably turn into a full majority sale. So it said that Spurs are in talks to sell a minority stake in a deal that could be worth, so that could value it up to 3.75 billion and pave the way for Joe Lewis and his family to sever ties with the Premier League Football Club. Obviously, he's put that into a trust now as well, so you know, things are potentially moving in such a way. The chairman, Daniel Levy, is seeking investment that values the club at between 3.5 and 3.75 billion, including the debt. Now, I don't have an exact figure on the debt, but we're talking over 4 billion for this club. Well, the terms of any deal have not been finalised. City sources expect Spurs to sell about 10%. The club is being advised by bankers from Rothschild on the sale. So obviously, you know the Rothschild. That's quite a massive corporation, we'll call it. The financier Amanda Stavely, who brokered the deal for the Saudi Arabia's public investment fund to take over Newcastle United, is understood to be among the parties have expressed an interest in Tottenham. Spurs are also likely to attract interest from American investors. Look, we talked about this so many times on this channel. We talked about it when QSI was linked with us. Selling Spurs, you have to obviously have the idea of, like, if this is the minority investor that we're going to sell to, the idea is that person will turn into the majority investor over the next however many years. Are they right for the club? Selling it for the sake of selling it because maybe you don't like Enik or Daniel Levy, I could get. Maybe you don't like them, but selling it for the sake of just getting them out of the way isn't logical. There are a lot of worse owners in football than these guys. Now, yes, they've mucked up quite a few times, and you know, maybe there's times where we could have kicked on to become a, you know, perennial title challenger or cup winners and things like that. Yes, they mucked up there, but if you look at certain owners in the Premier League, and I'm not going to name names before anyone cries, they're running their clubs into the ground for the sake of getting a few quid out of it. Some of them even have stadiums that leak. So yes, I'm on board with the sale, but it has to be the right way about it. You know, just selling it for the sake of selling it, never going to be the way I agree with it. But there's that. We're not going to talk much about that because there isn't really much on that. Yes, we still want to sell. Yes, we wanted that minority sale to happen a long time ago. We're still in the same place. Nothing's changed. Hell, we still don't even have a stadium name. You know what I mean? So let's talk about Emerson. I've got a couple of reports. So the first came from the Gazzetta saying that Milan are now waiting for Spurs to accept an increased €15 million offer for Emerson Royal. However, the fee being increased, it's still not expected to be enough for Spurs to accept for the player. Obviously, €15 million, talking about £12 million. Spurs want at least £15 million. 2 plus 2 sometimes does equal 4. But then there was also a report saying the contacts between Milan and Spurs for Emerson have not been interrupted. Both clubs are trying to reach an agreement ahead of a prospective transfer for Ferrao this season. Going to be honest, this thing is dragged on. I'm never going to lie to you. This thing is dragged on, and it's not it's not fun, but we will get the deal that we need by the end. That's the key thing that I'm going to leave you all with this video. We will get the deal that we want by the end, and it'll be a decent deal that we can reinvest that. You know, when I talk about in the next video around the youngsters and, what do Spurs actually need from the summer sales and summer incomings, depending with these youngsters, I'm going to be mentioning Jed Spence. So Spurs, knowing that potentially they have the replacement there and then, can go, actually, we'll hold out for another couple of weeks. We'll get the money that we want and we'll use that money elsewhere in the team that we need to, maybe we need another central midfielder. Maybe we need a left back, a centre back, a right winger, a striker, whatever it is. They can use that money elsewhere because they can take their time and be a bit more patient with it. But we shall see. But anyway, guys, in the video, hope you enjoyed. Drop a like on the video. If you did, hit me in the comment section down below. Your thoughts and feelings about a minority sale leading into a majority sale. The value of about 3.5 to 3.75 billion Spurs, including the debt. Obviously, your thoughts and feelings about the Emerson Real situation and all that jazz. But yes, we'll see. I know what's going to happen. Obviously, subscribe to the channel if you're new and hit the bell notification for more. But anyway, guys, in the video, I'll see you all very, very soon. Take care, guys.